In the heart of an ancient forest, where the trees whispered secrets of the damned, a desperate mother stood before the devil himself. Her name was Eleanor Duval, a woman of striking beauty, but plagued by the fear of time. She had given birth to a daughter, Lilith, but maternal love was a fleeting thing compared to the promise of eternal youth and unshakable fortune. "I offer you my firstborn," Eleanor declared, her voice steady despite the quivering of her soul. "In return, grant me beauty, everlasting, and a legacy that will never fade." The devil smiled, his eyes glistening like embers in the darkness. "A simple exchange," he mused, taking Lilith into his arms. "But beware, Eleanor. The price of my gifts is never as it seems." Eleanor did not care. She returned to the world radiant, a rising star in the golden age of Hollywood. Her face never aged, her name glowed on every marquee, and fortune flowed to her like an endless tide. In time, she bore 6 more daughters, each more stunning than the last, each destined for the silver screen. Yet, the cost of her deal with the devil lurked in the shadows, unseen but ever present. As the years passed, Eleanor sought to ensure her daughter's rise to fame at any cost. She played by the industry's dark rules, offering them to the highest bidder, trading their innocence for starring roles, fortune, and power. It was whispered that Hollywood was a playground for predators, and Eleanor did not care, so long as the Duval name burned brighter than any star. But the devil's price was far from paid. The curse took root in her bloodline. Love became a fleeting illusion. Every man who dared love a Duval woman met a tragic fate, their lives extinguished like candle flames. The sons born into the family never saw their 16th year, their deaths inexplicable, their bodies cold before their prime. Yet the women flourished, radiant, wealthy, untouchable. They knew the price, and still they bore children, always hoping for more daughters, always cursing the boys born into their family. The cycle continued for generations. The Duval name remained synonymous with beauty and riches, yet behind their perfect smiles lay selfish, hollow hearts, willing to sacrifice love, willing to birth sons doomed to die. The world adored them, envied them, and yet they were cursed. Their men were doomed, their happiness a mirage, their wealth a gilded cage. They lived in mansions too grand to feel like homes, surrounded by luxury, yet forever haunted by the devil's bargain. One night, as Eleanor lay on her deathbed, her beauty untouched by age, she gazed into the mirror. The reflection that stared back at her was not her own, but Lilith's, her firstborn, now a dark and twisted specter, the devil's favored daughter. "Was it worth it, Mother?" Lilith whispered, her voice slithering through the air like smoke. "Your beauty? Your riches? Knowing every man who ever loved you, every son you ever bore, perished for your vanity?" Eleanor could not answer. The truth was a noose tightening around her soul. The devil always collects his debts, and as Eleanor took her final breath, the curse did not end. The Duval women would reign in Hollywood for centuries more, a dynasty of beauty, power, and sorrow, forever doomed to bask in the glow of fame, while the shadows swallowed every man who dared love them. And the devil watched, grinning in the dark, as his masterpiece endured.